Hey, Jalil, man, I'm glad you sent me a text, man. I'm over here smoking this sticky icky, man. Hey, look here, man. Hey, Jalil, I got you on the phone right now, man. Uh, I got you on the phone right now. The people can hear you, man. Let's give Jalil Hackett a round of applause. Hey, man, Jalil, what's good, fam?
Man, not much, man. Staying out the way.
Man, look here, man. You say you trying to stay out the way. You need to stay in the way. What's going on, fam? What's up with all this pressure you trying to put down on Xander Zayas? Why you trying to get that man attention?
Hey, man, shit. It's hard to make at 154 right now. He need an opponent. The pressure on is helping him. He can't fight none of the champions right now because simply they not trying to come to fucking Puerto Rico and fight him. Make it to the 12th round.
Your phone sound robotic a little bit, but go ahead.
Hold on, you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you better.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, they know if he make it to the 12th round, he gonna get the win. So it's like, me knowing that, I'm like, shit, I can assure that he don't make it to the 12th. And I already said that I'm willing to rematch in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, but okay.
So
But my thing is, you have what, 11 fights?
Yeah.
You have 11 fights. So what would make Xander Zayas want to? What would make you be an option for him to fight? Won't he have, now that he has the WBO title? Doesn't he have a lot more options than to fight you?
No, not really. If he got more options, name them. If you don't mind, name the options.
No. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know the options myself, but I'm assuming that. Is it safe for me to assume that, or am I wrong?
You're wrong. Hey, if I could think of somebody for him to fight, at this point, if he ain't trying to fight me, I'll say, shit, you fight that nigga and I got the winner. But I can't think of nobody.
So you haven't heard anything about him having um so basically what are you hearing? You're hearing that he's having trouble trying to find fights because he wants to fight in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I'm basically hearing they have offered to fight the multiple guys, Virgil Ortiz, Abbas, the newly crowned WBA champion. They offered to fight even to Santillian. And it's crazy. My dad had said that he was gonna fight Santillian, and I was like, shit, he ain't gonna fight that nigga. And then, they end up offering it to him. But I don't know what happened with that, but that fell through. So it's like, common sense would say he's running out of options to fight guys if he had to go all the way down to a 147 to fight. Will not go down, but like find a 147 guy to bring up. So it's like shit. You might as well fight the nigga that's yelling your name.
Oh, so I see what you're saying. He's having trouble finding opponents because he wants to fight in Puerto Rico, and I do know that, I do believe that, Tito Trinidad is he's a big fan of Tito Trinidad and stuff. So what you're saying is, look, since you're having trouble finding opponents, look here, man, I'm right here. I'm willing to fight you. I'll come fight you in Puerto Rico. I don't care, none of that. And have you heard anything back from Top Rank or anybody from Xander Zayas' team?
No, not really. It's been a lot of he say, she say, and the he say, she say being, they saying, man, Xander's saying that he tired of hearing you say his name and blase, blase. And I'm like, shit, well, if he's tired of hearing me say his name, well, he need to beat me up and I'll shut the fuck up. But until then, it's like, shit, make this shit happen. I already, like I said earlier, I'm willing to fight him in Puerto Rico. I beat him, I'm willing to run it back in Puerto Rico. Niggas just trying to fight, niggas trying to scrap. If you ain't gonna shit, get off the pot.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, nah. I like that energy. I like that energy. You don't feel? Do your team feel that you are being just a little bit too ambitious at this point in your career?
Man, they done felt like that my whole career. And I'm going. I ain't gonna quite call it going out on a limb, but I'm gonna just be completely honest with you, Malika. Man, them dudes, they damn near turned out every fight in my career. I'm the one that got to step up and be like, nah, we want that fight. I can go back as far as early in my career. When I fought on Tank's card, when he fought Rolly, I fought an undefeated guy, 5-0, 4 knockouts. My team didn't want to fight him. I'm like, bro, he's ass. We can beat him. End up beating him. You know, a little bit more on down the line when we fought for the WBC youth belt. You know, my team didn't want to fight him because they only had one loss. He was like 15-1. They're like, no, he got too much experience for you, Jalil. We want to wait. I'm like, no, y'all acting like some bitches. This is boxing, bro. This is not fucking WWE. Everything is not going to be perfect. You just got to figure that shit out. If you meant to win, if you better than the nigga you in the ring with, you're going to beat him. And if not, you're going to lose. Go back to the gym and get better. And if you ain't trying to go back to the gym and get better, nigga, quit. Go work at Walmart or go work somewhere else,
You ever heard the saying that, they say that there's levels to this. You don't feel that, it appears that if it was up to you, you'd be fighting the top guy at 154 right now. If you had opportunity, you'd probably fight Fundora right now. Based on the energy that I'm gathering from the phone. So you don't feel that, there's a ladder, like, there's levels to it. You don't just, let's like a video game. You don't go straight from level 1 all the way to level 10 to the hardest level of the game. So
man, I respect the whole aspect of levels, but if you're in a situation where it's something, if you're on a level 2 and a level 10 is offered to you, you take that level 10 offer if you know that you have the ability to rise to the occasion. And if you don't feel like you got the ability to do that, then I'm one of the people who feel like, maybe you don't need to be doing this shit, or maybe you need to not make this your primary focus.
Yeah, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like that answer there. I like that answer there. Now, you know what I mean? You kind of like, look, man, you believe in your skills and your capability. All right, let me ask you this. What makes you so confident in your skills?
Man, shit, I know how hard I work. I know all the shit I've been through, not even just in boxing, but just in general. A nigga across the ring with gloves on, that is the least of my worries. Due to the fact that niggas have been through real life situations that could have ended much worse.
Mm-hmm.
So shit,
Man, 150. Man, 154, man. So I'm like, bro, like, okay, you just fought. We just saw you fought on the Riyadh season card, with the Canelo Crawford. That we saw you fought on there. When are you looking to get back in the ring? Are you looking to get back in there this year? If you can't get Xander Zayas, which it don't appear you will be able to. So what does Eddie Hearn have set up for you for the rest for the year?
Man, we just honestly, we looking at either we won't get nothing in December. We're looking at the top of the year in January. Make another statement at 154.
You sound distant.
Oh, it sounds distant. All right, hold on. Hello, you hear me again?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right. Yeah, no, we just, realistically, if we don't get the fight that we're looking for, which is the Xander fight, we just looking to get out there and get another good opponent, like the one we just had our last fight, and just make another statement win. That's all. Enough statement wins to get you in the right situations. The WBO, I'm hearing they got a convention coming up in Puerto Rico. I will be at that motherfucker. And shit. Hey.
So you go back to the WBO convention in Puerto Rico? You pull it up?
Hell yeah. This motherfucker hostile takeover. Telling people, man, shit. All y'all gotta do is rank me. Cause once y'all rank me, then I'm gonna say shit. Let me fight some niggas that's ranked higher than me.
Where are you ranked at? What section of body you ranked in at the moment?
I think the only one that got me ranked right now is the WBA. The WBA got me ranked. Nobody else got me ranked.
Why is that?
I think because I had history with them. I won their belt at 147. So I guess with me moving up to 154, they decided to rank me.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why is that the fact that the other sanctioned bodies haven't ranked you? How does that work?
I don't know. I guess I ain't proved myself enough to them. I'm not sure, but in this boxing world, this shit's all set up. It's starting to be more and more, scripted by the day. We see Santillan, he ended up getting ranked at 154, and I don't even think, as far as I know, I don't think he fought a fight at 154. Last time we really seen him, he got his ass whipped by Brian.
Yeah. Be normal. Put him out on the stretcher. Hey, look here, check this out. I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because um, the pivot a little bit. I had Be Normal Senior on, and they got they fight coming up in November. Him and Devin, Junior and Debo. I call him Debo Dev. So Debo Dev, and I was like, man, you know what? Bill went radio quiet. He don't answer the phone anymore, and he just went underground. I've never seen him this quiet before a fight ever. And I've seen them every time they have a fight, they talking, they were real quiet. And now I see that they putting pictures out, of Devin training and stuff like that. Bill got the Debo Dev shirt on. And how do you see that? How do you see that fight playing out? Because I was telling your dad in Vegas, was at the Fountain Blue. And I was saying him and Coach Kenny. I was saying, look, man, Devin Haney, he been trained by Mike McCallum, trained by Zab and Yoel Judah. Zab is his godfather. He don't train with Sugar Shane Mosley and train with Floyd Mayweather Jr. So he have Hall of Fame training experience from that standpoint. So he been trained by the greats, some of the greats. And then, he's fought the Lomachenkos, the George Cambosos, the Jorge Linares, the Jose Ramirez, the Regis Prograis, the Rougarou, and stuff like that, Gamboas. So I'm like, his training with Hall of Famers coupled with his experience, how does someone by the name of Brian B. Norman Jr. be able to overcome all of that?
Realistically, I think this fight right here they got coming up in November is really a boxer versus puncher. Yeah. If Devin goes out there and uses his jab and controls the distance, I think he wins the fight. If B. Norm presses the action, makes it a dog fight, I think he catches Devin with some shit, and I think he may knock Devin out. But if Devin controls the distance, Devin, he wins the boxing match.
Yeah, when you're saying pretty much what everybody else is saying, and I'm saying the same thing. I say, I told him the same thing. I said, man, the only way I see Devin winning this fight, he got to make it a boxing match and really just control everything with his jab, and that's it.
I think realistically, and people might come at me about this, but if Devin fights Brian the way he fought his last fight, when he fought Ramirez, I think that's the way he wins. And people might be like, oh, he ran. Yeah, he ran. Don't get me wrong, but like he scored just enough type shit to win the round.
Yeah.
That's a tough task. That's a tough task to do that for 12 rounds against a guy like Brian Norman.
So on the flip side, because Brian Norman, you very familiar with Brian Norman. Y'all don't. I heard y'all don't have countless sparring sessions and stuff like that, and y'all got a lot of love for each other. But on the flip side, if you're someone like a Brian Norman and you're constantly hearing you're not on this level, you ain't fought nobody. Yeah, you knocking dudes out, but them dudes standing right in front of you. Devin Haney got more experience than you. Devin Haney is levels above you. Devin has got the best training in the world, and he's fought competition way better than what you fought. Like, how do you, if you was him, how would you receive that if you was in that position?
I'm looking at it as like, all right, now let's see how we get down, and if I beat you, let's revisit those same comments. Let's revisit them. So if I'm levels, if you're supposed to be levels ahead of me and I beat you, and I'm a bum and I beat you, once again, what does that make you? If you got beat by a bum, what does that make you?
Yeah. So when the last time you spoke with Eddie?
I spoke with Eddie after I fought. I spoke with him after I fought. It was a congratulations type discussion. Nothing too crazy.
Do you foresee you're trying to fight Xander, that ain't working out, so now you in the WBA. If you can't get Xander Zayas, I'm actually looking over here I'm looking at the ring rankings right now, and I see this dude, a boss. So he's the newly crowned WBA champion at 154. He's from Germany, right? I think he's from Germany.
Yes.
Oh man, is he? I don't know nothing about this. Is he a slick black fighter? I know he's black, but is he slick? Can he?
No, he more of a rugged guy. You gotta come prepared to fight.
Yeah. Oh, okay. How do you foresee this Boots versus Lima? I think the dude Lima. I call him Lima Bean. But how do
Lima? Yeah.
Okay, Lima. How do you think that? How you see that fight going? What you know about Lima?
Boots and two.
Boots and two. He said Boots and two. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. Why you say two?
I watched the dude Lima. I watched him way before they even announced the fight because I was trying to fight him. Yeah, I watched him, and I don't think it's nothing that he has in his bag that could do anything to Boots. He ain't really no big puncher. He not a hell of a boxer. You know, he don't have a high punch output. He don't have no like crazy intangible that'll make me say, all right, if he uses this, it's gonna affect the fight.
The man said Boots and two. So basically, so he got two chances to win the fight. Slim and none, and Slim just got kidnapped by the mob. So you say,
yeah, man. Hey. Shit, he better do what I told Peter has to do, man. Only way you beat me is bringing your pistol to the fight. He better bring his pistol and tuck that bitch in his cup.
He said Boosie, hey, he said Boosie too. God damn, that's gonna be quick. So you were trying to fight him up?
Yeah, when I was first thinking about making a move to 54, that was supposed to. When I was speaking with Eddie and Kevin Rooney and them, I was just really telling them like, you know, I want to get a belt at 54, even if it's a smaller belt. And he was the IBO world champion at the time, so I was like, if I beat him for that IBO belt, then you know, any fight with me with any other champion would be considered technically a unification bout.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, it would be
if you want to be
technical. Yeah, the technical. Yeah, so yeah, that was one of the first fights I looked at when I was talking about going to 54. Obviously, it didn't pan out. You know, I was told that that IBO belt is a small belt. You don't want that belt. You know, you don't want that fight. And you know, we end up moving on. But hey,
damn man. Hey, Jalil, check this out. Hey, well, bro, you talk a whole lot of shit, but I swear, bro, I can't wait to see you get back in the ring. I got to see you get back in the ring, bro. Cause, bro, I like the intensity. I saw what you did to Elijah Vines. I'm like, bro, like I was kind of worried for you in that fight, and you got caught with a couple of good punches. But it just seemed like you just walked through that shit, man. You got him out of there, man. So you stylistically, you got the style that the fans want to see. You get what I'm saying? So
hell yeah. You know, I'm sure you probably got a lot of fans that watch football or basketball, any other sport.
Yeah.
Shit, when they watching football, bro, they want to see you hang 60 on the other team. Even if the team that you playing against have 40, if you have 60, you still won by 20, and you gave the fans a show.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to see no game that ends 15-12. It was a good game for
good defensive game.
You know. Yeah, it was a very great defensive matchup, and it was a chess match. You know, I like chess. Don't get me wrong, but let's play speed chess.
Yeah,
let's play speed chess. Let's put this shit on the clock. You know,
yeah.
let's run a few trick plays. We're gonna run a double reverse bombs. Like we're gonna run the fucking flea flickers and shit. We're gonna entertain the fans. This shit gonna be like an all-star game.
Hey man, hey listen, hey Jalil, man, hey brother, I appreciate you, man. Well, listen, man, when you got another fight coming up, please let me know. I got to get you back on here, man, next week. You know what? Hey, let's have Jalil Hackett a regular. Let's do a segment once a week. Me and you, dog. Until you get another fight coming up, let's do a segment once a week, man. Hey, bro, you a hell of a conversationist.
Hey, shit, just let me know. You know, I'm always more than open to it. I laugh and joke with my pops all the time. I say, boy, God forbid I ain't really like sports. I would have took my ass to college, majored in journalism or some shit.
Yeah, man, you good, man. You smart. You real smart, bro. You know what I mean? I'm really, all jokes aside, I'm really, really proud of you, man. Like, you don't find too many fighters who have the level of intelligence that you have. And this ain't no disrespect to fighters, but I'm just saying this.
No, you being honest. And I'm, you know, those my peers, but keeping it a bean, a lot of boxers be, you know, on some stuck on stupid shit. Well, not even just boxers. If I'm just being honest, a lot of athletes, we get tricked into just, you know, focus on the sport, be a dumbass athlete. And, you know, my dad, he always pressed on me, you know, that ain't cool, you know, because one day you're not going to be an athlete no more. So after a while, you'll go from being a dumbass athlete to being a dumbass nigga. I just would prefer not to be that. So, I try and keep my faculties in order as much as possible. Stay very, very cognizant. Stay close to the books. Help my siblings, my nephews, and them. Help them with some little work. When I can't help them with their work, they in high school now. Some of them be in college soon. Once I can't help them with shit no more, we got a problem. Cause shit, I was a straight A student in high school, so shit. I just be trying to stay locked in on my sports, my mental and my physical.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Man, Jalil Hackett, man. Let's give Jalil a round of applause, man. I'll get in contact with you later.
Definitely. I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir. Let's give Jalil Hackett a round of applause, man. Man, look here, man. Boy, listen. Hey, look here, man. Listen, Jalil, bro, I'm gonna tell you something, man. The young man is so, his parents did such a wonderful job in raising him, because when you see a child that's very well-mannered in the streets and society, it's a reflection on the parents. You get what I'm saying? I remember when I used to go outside and act like a fool in the streets when I was, getting in trouble a lot when I was growing up. Cause I was a little bad motherfucker. That was me, right? My mom used to tell me, she said, when you go to school and you act like a fool in school, she said, you make me look bad. That's a reflection of me. Because when they see you acting a donkey, they think that you ain't got no home training. It make me look bad. Cause they go to looking at the parents. You get what I'm saying? So that's what my mother used to tell me back in the 80s. And so when I see a young man such as Jalil as well versus him, I'm like, man, you know what, man? It's a reflection of his parents, man. So,
man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.